What's up YouTube, Agent Zero here, and today I'm going to show you how to get the Dead Orbit exotic piece of armor in Destiny. Right here, I get to level 25. I used Motes of Light to get to rank 25 with Dead Orbit, and that's the first thing you want to do. And then I get this quest from Dead Orbit. Let's check it out and see what we have to do. First, we have to slay minions of darkness, complete heroic strikes, slay crucible foes, and win crucible matches. We have to do this all while wearing a Dead Orbit shader, emblem, and class armor. So let's make sure we have those before we get into running these strikes and crucible matches so they count when I get those kills and those wins and completions. First, we're going to want to access our shaders and make sure we have a Dead Orbit shader, Collection 2, and we're going to make sure we have Bitter Steel, Revenant, the Hanged Man, or the Nowhere. I have Bitter Steel, thank God, so I don't have to worry about that. Then we're going to go over to our emblems, Collection 2 again, and factions. We're going to make sure we have one of these. I have a couple of them. As you can see, I'm running the Omen of Exodus. And then we're going to go back over to Dead Orbit to verify that we do have a piece of armor. I know I do, but I'm going to run over there real quick to make sure you guys know what you're looking for so you can have that piece of armor equipped when you're going to run these strikes and the crucible. You obviously want to make sure that you have all of these equipped because you don't want to go through this just to find out that you didn't have any of these equipped, which could be fairly frustrating, especially if you're just trying to grind this out. So now that we're over to Dead Orbit, let's see what we need. We're going to need, as this loads, Endling Gloves, Endling Steps, Endling Bond, or in our second section, Endling Robes or Endling Hood. Now, let's get into it, shall we? First, let's make sure we have everything equipped. We got our Dead Orbit armor on, we got that nice shader, and we got the emblem. So let's get into it. You can either choose Crucible or Vanguard, doesn't matter which one you run first. I'm going to run Crucible. I'm going to go into Clash because I have some bounties that I need to take care of, but you can choose a faster paced game mode. That's up to you if you want to do control, whatever. And here's just a little bit of some Clash gameplay. Now that we've gotten those Clash kills, or the kills done and the wins, let's get into some strikes. As we're getting into some strikes, let's make sure that we have completed all we need to do in the Crucible. I have run some strikes earlier. I'm done Crucible foes, Crucible matches, and I'm also done slaying minions of darkness. Now I just have to finish up running my strikes. I got 5 more. Let's get into the end. This is my last strike that I'm running. It's the Dark Blade. It's definitely something cool. After we slay the Dark Blade, I'm going to be able to get that exotic bond. One thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention earlier, if you don't have a Dead Orbit shader, the one way you're going to be able to get that is by getting Dead Orbit packages. You have to keep ranking that up, keep getting those Dead Orbit packages, and hoping that you can get a drop. Now that we've defeated the Dark Blade, you're going to see I have finalized this quest. I need to go back to the tower. I got the champion, the Dead Orbit champion. I got to go back to the tower to collect my prize. Now let's head to the tower and I'll discuss a little bit of ways to make getting this bond a little bit easier. We're heading over to collect this now, and then we can talk about how to make this mission a little bit easier. I know it's definitely a grind, especially getting to rank 25. Hey look, there's my ship. That's actually the ship I used, the Dead Orbit ship. Now we're going over here. Dead Orbit, let's collect our prize. Time to collect Light Beyond. So, we got this Light Beyond. Let's take a look at it. Light Beyond, Warlock Bond, Pathfinder, increases Dead Orbit reputation. Pretty cool. This is pretty cool. You can equip this exotic as you have other exotics. Obviously, we have Infuse, and then Twist of Fate. You can change the role of this. I have increased intellect, increased discipline, auto rifle focus, and fusion rifle focus. So Now that that's taken care of, let's talk about how to make this a little bit easier. Obviously, we have to get Dead Orbit to rank 25. So how are we going to do that? One of the easiest ways is by donating Motes of Light. If you have extra, I recommend donating Motes of Light to Dead Orbit to make it easier. Here you could donate Motes of Light, which definitely makes it easier, or you could donate extra supplies, as you can see here, but personally I found the Motes of Light are definitely the easiest. I use the others much more than I use the Motes of Light, so I prefer donating the Motes of Light. The second thing that makes it hard is getting those Crucible wins. Obviously, one way to make it easier is by playing with friends. Get friends that you know are good at the Crucible so you can get those wins easier. It actually took me a really long time to get those wins because I was running with random people. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. If you like it, like me on Facebook. The link's in the description. Peace!